Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Heard you meow a couple times while I was preparing your dinner. Yeah. So I think I'm still a little early, so you really want your food. So I put a little extra chicken in tonight. I forgot the plate. Okay. So I was just kneeling down and Scruffy ran away. I didn't do anything. Just doing what I always do. Scruffy's been extra skittish. So I haven't even sit in the chair yet, and Scruffy's coming back. So Scruffy's being weird. So the pets are somewhere in between light and firm. So I saw one ear tuck when we started, but I don't think he's tucking in his ears anymore. But yeah, his body's a little limp. A lot of times he pushes harder into the pets. I think he avoided the head there. Okay, there's a headbutt. And a chin rub. Cheek rub. No, headbutt. Chin rub. So the weather warmed up a little bit today. It's still pretty nice. The sun actually came out in the early part of the day, and then got some clouds late in the afternoon. So I think it actually prevented it from getting too hot. Otherwise, I think it would have been a lot hotter. So it was actually a really nice day. I was feeling pretty tired for some reason. My legs, yeah, just... I don't know. I didn't think I could do a run today. And I wasn't even sure if I could handle a bike ride today. I was really tempted to stay in. But checking the forecast, it looks like we have another 3 or 4 days of this really nice weather. And then it's going to start heating up. And I'm thinking this might be the only time this year it's nice. The past week or so has been basically the best weather I think all year, and it's probably the best weather I expect all year. So the weather has been really weird this year. So we got actual rain this year, and it seemed to push winter much longer than usual. And so usually by now we're deep into the heat waves, and so I'm kind of surprised that we're getting really nice weather right now. But yeah, we didn't really get nice weather earlier because it was either too cold or too hot. And I kind of expect this time of year it's usually just too hot, and it's a matter of degree of how much too hot. So anyway, I'm enjoying this weather, and I really wanted to take advantage of it, so I kind of forced myself to go out today. So I did a bike ride, a little bit shorter than what I've been doing recently. So I usually add a couple extended legs to my bike ride. I added a shorter extended leg today, but I didn't go the full extended leg. So at the entrance to the park, it was the pedestrian entrance actually had a sign saying it was closed. Hazardous conditions, I think they were citing. So I'm not sure if it was actually closed or not. I was a little confused. So there was a sign there and tape blocking the entrance, but it was slightly moved aside, so it wasn't completely blocked or closed. And I wasn't sure if they had changed their mind or if the sign was just there and they were just trying to prop the tape up in a certain way. I don't know, but I saw one person completely ignored the sign going into it. But yeah, I thought it looked weird, so I decided I wasn't going to try, go on that trail. Instead, I was going to take the closed vehicle entrance, which looked like it was still technically open, at least for pedestrians and bicycles, so just not vehicles. And then it was open for permitted vehicles, but yeah, not park guests. And then from the main vehicle road, I was able, there's certain points I can see the pedestrian trail, and I could see there were other people walking the trail, so whatever the hazard was, it was not obvious if there was a hazard, so maybe it was open. Chin rub there, another headbutt. So I did my ride, and let's see. Yeah, I didn't see that many animals today. I think the most notable animal was a large butterfly was flying around me when I was biking up one of the steeper hills. Kind of a large butterfly. It had some bright orange markings, so maybe it was a monarch. I don't know. I didn't get a great look since it was flying. So at the top, the new overflow stream it's still there, but yeah, it's definitely not flowing much. So I don't know how much longer it has, but yeah, there's still water there, so it hasn't dried up yet. And then I did mention, Scruffy, hold back there a second. Something went wrong, but it seems okay. So I went downstream again, just for the heck of it, and the downstream, that creek bed is completely dry. When I didn't look, there were a couple turn-off points I could have, as you go downstream, and I could have probably cataloged better where exactly the stream goes completely dry. But I know at the end where I turn off, that's completely dry. Okay, let's get Scruffy's food. see. Oh yeah, today at lunch I had, well, Scruffy was facing away from me, and there was a kind of an opportunity for me to try to cut the fur again. But today I noticed the fur was more underneath Scruffy instead of to his left. And I know the weak points, the best point to cut would be on the left side of his rear leg, and that was not really sticking out, so I didn't try it. Figured Scruffy would catch me and just make things worse, so I didn't go for it today. I was very tempted though. But yeah, seems to be directly under him today. Hey, Scruffy. Feels warmer today, huh? Sun came out. Mm. So you ready for your food? And your water? Yep. Water. Got scissors. I don't know if Scruffy actually saw me get the scissors or not. So we move back as I was closing the door. Okay. Avoiding the head. Looks like he's avoiding the head today. Just light pets. Yeah. It's some nice meows though. Yeah. The cheek. Okay, there's a almost cheek. So you want your food? We'll do a few more seconds. Almost cheek. So we pushed into that on his rear. That's a little firmer. Starting to get into it now. But I'm just going to give him his food. Yeah, got a cheek. Okay, let's get your food. Tonight's dinner is hearty cut, or no, sorry, it's a meaty pate with real ocean whitefish. And then kibble, and I mentioned extra rotisserie chicken. So I was actually cutting up the new chicken I bought and putting it into bags so I could freeze it. So I was in the kitchen a little longer tonight, and so I'm actually about the same time that I've been feeding Scruffy recently, so I'm not late or anything. I started preparing a little earlier because I knew I needed to cut up the chicken. And I think Scruffy noticed probably the light was on in the kitchen and may have gotten impatient with me because it was taking longer, probably longer than usual once the light goes on, because it took me a while to cut up everything. And so I think that's why Scruffy started meowing just a couple times. It was all in one group of meows. And so I still need to freeze one more thing I bought. Shouldn't be hard, probably do it later. So normally, well, actually no, I take it back. I haven't bought beef in a long time, and after the lockdown started, yeah, beef went sky high, and I kind of stopped buying it. But I did buy some, I forgot when, but I ended up, freezing it, trying to prolong it. I finally used it up a while back, and been needing to buy more, and putting it off. So I finally broke down and bought some. But yeah, usually I buy it's a chuck roast. So I use it for like pot roast type stuff. But I know Costco also sells these kind of pre-cut, they call beef stew chunks. And before the lockdowns, they used to be the same price per pound. And I'd always look at it, and I was wondering if there was any difference between the two, besides the fact that one's a big giant cut with a bone, and the other one's actually, does it have a bone? I don't think. They might have removed the bone. Yeah, I think they removed the bone. So anyway, so one's a big slab of, chuck roast, and the other one's just kind of generic beef stew meat cut into smaller chunks. But both of them were kind of advertised as pot roasts. So and I know they're on the cheaper side of the cuts. So I kind of always assumed the same, but I always kind of just bought the chuck roast because that's what I was familiar with, and I know it works. But on this trip, I noticed that the beef stew was cheaper. So I think, the beef chuck was like $1 a pound more or something like that. Yeah, the chuck roast was more expensive, and I was looking at it, and I decided, okay, I think I'm going to try the beef stew chunks. Oops, Scruffy's going to knock over the bowl. I'm going to have to move the bowls from Scruffy. He's going to knock over the... I'm bracing it right now with my... Okay, let's move the bowls. So anyway, I bought the cheaper meat, and it's in the fridge, and I need to divvy it up and freeze it. Since it's already pre-cut, it should be easy. I just need to get the Ziploc bags and maybe a scale. Just thinking about doing it before I came out, but yeah, I thought Scruffy was getting impatient since he meowed, so I'll probably do it later. Okay. So you can see the fur actually it's now hanging actually to the left a little. So if I'd seen it like that today at lunch, I would have probably tried to cut it. So Scruffy ate everything, so I think he's going to leave. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.